Hi, thanks so much for joining today. I'm really excited to be spending this time on your mat with you, and I hope that you are feeling healthy and happy today. If not, please take care of yourself. Please be sure to do your body a service and use this practice to really tap in, tune in, find out how you're really feeling. That might be on a physical level. How are you feeling with your body? On a mental level, where are you mentally and where's your headspace? And even on an emotional level, a lot of these big changes can be stirring for a lot of us. And so working through that, passing through that, it's all a journey. And that's one of the ways that our mat and our practice on our mat can be a tool for practicing all of these changes throughout the rest of our life. I hope that you take a comfortable seat first. Use any props, anything that you like to use for your practice. I'm going to give you a couple of different guidelines. As you can see, I don't have any props with me. That's in my normal practice. I also don't have blocks or anything like that where I am right now. Through a couple of turn of events, my husband and I have been living with my mother-in-law, and this is her beautiful backyard in Houston, Texas. So I hope everybody also spends a little bit of time getting some fresh air today. Come to a comfortable seat and allow your sit bones to ground into the earth. Maybe close your eyes if you're comfortable here. Lengthen through your spine. And draw the tips of your ears back and slightly up. So that way your chin drops down and your skull sits just perfectly on the top of your spine. Lengthen through the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling, the sky, the sun. And as if you could breathe in between each vertebrae in your spine, fill up through your back body. Open your mouth, exhale, empty everything. Now take a deep, full breath in together. Open your mouth, exhale, let everything empty all the way to the bottom until your lungs have no sip of air. Empty just a little bit more. Pause at the bottom. Take a deep, full breath in. Pause at the top, feel the fullness. Open your mouth, exhale, empty all the way to the bottom. Sit in the empty for a moment. Take a normal, just through your nose, deep breath in. And a breath out. Start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath without the external heat of the studio, or if you're not outside enjoying the extra heat in the Texas sun, then you might find yourself just feeling a little bit more stiff in your body. We are used to a much warmer room when we practice at BFree, and so one of the things that we can do to remind our body of our practice, remind our body of our home at BFree is use our Ujjayi breath. Imagine that you're standing next to your neighbor. We all know the feeling, we all know the sound. Inhale through your nose, find your neighbor, connect with them even if they're not really there. Exhale through your nose, allow that wave sound to flush through the top of your nasal cavity. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Keep your breath going. Inhale, reach up, gaze up to your fingers, reach your arms long. Exhale, lower your right arm down to your right side, reach long through your left side, root your left sit bone, and turn your chest up just a little bit. Inhale, reach both arms up through center. Exhale, left arm down your left side, lower your left elbow down to the floor, open your chest up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Interlace your fingers above you. Exhale, just relax your shoulders. And then inhale, press up. Now draw your navel back and in and close your lowest ribs down toward your hip points. Press away into your arms and bring your neck to neutral. Rather than cranking your neck up, bring your gaze to neutral. And that shift back with your skull that you found at the very beginning of your seat. Find that here. Press your palms up to the ceiling, engage your arms, and wrap your shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale, up and over to the right. Reach long through your left side. Root your left sit bone. Inhale, come back up. Remember, shoulder blades down. Exhale, up and over to the right, to the left, excuse me. I'm mirroring you, so it's been a while. Inhale, come back up, open up your arms, eagle arms on the right. So you're gonna go right arm under, I'll mirror you here, right arm under, cross your elbows together, and then if you can, press the backs of your hands together. If you have the full bind, you know it, go for it, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, make sure that your elbows are getting as stacked as you can get them, and then grab the outsides of your shoulders. You're giving yourself a little hug, a little bit of love in there. If you can, wrap around all the way to the backs of your shoulder blades. Maybe you press your fingers into there and you find those spots that you're like, I didn't know that that tension was there. Now with your eagle arms, your eagle elbows, lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Press your forearms away from your face as far out as you can get them, and then draw your elbows straight down, wrap your shoulders down, and lift your heart up through your. So you're going to hear a little bit on here. Your breath out. In, lift your elbows up. Lift your elbows as high as you can this time, and then reach your arms up and over to the right. Reach your elbows away from you. Again, press your forearms away from your face. Keep reaching up and over, up and over. Come back through to center, unwind your arms, allow your shoulders to relax, just everything release. When we find ourselves sitting in chairs, or even worse, like slouching on our couch, I know I do this a lot, especially with Cuddle Man over here. And so he'll just cuddle and lay on me, and then I find my shoulders way up here. So all of this movement and all of this kind of like activation with releasing will allow you to find more space into your neck, maybe into your jaw, hopefully give you a little bit of ease. Next side, so we're gonna do left arm underneath your right. I'm mirroring you. Lift your elbows up, press your forearms away from your face, and then draw your elbows down. Reminder, you always have options. You can press the backs of your hands together, you can grab onto opposite shoulders, you can wrap around if you want to, get a little bit tighter in there if you have that availability. Pull your elbows down and lift your chest up. You're gonna hear some sounds on the mic here probably. Wrap your shoulder blades almost like you're gonna touch the bottom tips all the way together. Now lift your elbows up, lift your fingers up, and then reach up and over to your left. Pull your arms, your fingers away from you, almost like you're gonna straighten your arms. Keep lengthening, reach up out of your side. Good, slowly unwind, come back to center. Relax your shoulders. Notice any tension that you're holding on to after that. Close your eyes, check in with your body, check in with your breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Slowly open your eyes. Let's go ahead and get started on moving on our mat. Unwind your legs, plant your hands down onto the ground, and go ahead and go through a few rounds of cat-cow. You know, knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. I also like to start out with just a few movements with my scapula, my shoulder blades, so that way I can start to find a little bit of connection to my thoracic spine, my upper spine, before I really move into what we consider to be more of the more flexible flexible area of our spine, our lumbar spine, our low back. So when you're doing your cat-cow, it's not just about dropping your belly, lifting your heart, your face up. It's about really starting to create connection to your back body. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together? Can you squeeze your back muscles together? And with that contraction, you pull your chest through, you lift your head, and you pull your ears back. And then exhale, press the ground away from you. Again, so this is about contraction here. We're contracting to expand the back body. Draw your navel in, press into the ground, and almost like wrap your armpits towards your hip points. Inhale, expand, lift up, contract your back body, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press the ground away from you. Draw your navel in, curl your head to your pubic bone. Inhale. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Any organic movement here that you want to add in, you can jump rope your spine around. You can start to move, again, just your shoulder blades, really finding that connection there. You might notice that it feels good to drop one forearm down to the ground. Maybe you try that. Your other forearm down to the ground. Start to get a little bit curious. Maybe some hip circles. Keep them small. We don't want to move our entire spine with our hip, so keep them small just to start. You're still warming up, connecting to your body. I use this as a way to take inventory. So what's communicating with you are your hands on the earth. Can you notice your toes while you're moving your spine? On your next inhale, come back to neutral. Tuck your toes under, press down into the ground, connect your all 10 knuckles of your hands into the earth. Now draw your navel up and in, close your side obliques forward and together. Draw your sit bones toward your heels. That's gonna be underneath you. And then press into the ground so much that your knees come up off of the ground. Hover your knees above the ground just an inch. Press into the floor, connect with your core. Now lift your right leg up. You can keep it close in. You can extend it back for more of a challenge. Bring it back in. Lower your right toes down. Lift your left foot up. Keep it close in for more of a challenge. Extend your left leg out. Bring it back in. Set your left foot down. Press down into the earth. Draw your navel in. Come up onto your right fingertips. Try to stay light. If you're looking for an extra challenge, you can lift your right arm off of the ground. Place your right hand back down. Set up onto your left fingertips. Stay here if you're looking for more of a challenge. Lift your left arm forward. Plant your left hand down, press down into the earth. Move your hips back like downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent. Lift your sit bones high to the sky. So before we did sit bones down to the ground. Now what this will do, it'll start to contract our hamstrings more. It'll open up more across the very top of our glute and our lumbar spine. Now, a lot of reasons that people complain about low back pain is because they're strained in their low back. They're either understretched, underworked, or overstretched, understrengthened. So a lot of this misconception about like having to have low back pain, it's not there. You don't have to live with that. Use your yoga for your lifestyle. Plant your hands, draw your navel in. Now, one more time, we're gonna go through all of that, but this time, I want you to think about sticking your sit bones up. So press down, first you're gonna stick them down, so that way you can engage into your deepest layer of your core. Press into the floor, lift your knees up off of the ground. Now, stick your sit bones up and back to shift back. Good. Press into your hands, draw your navel in, lift your sit bones even higher, lift your hips higher, start to straighten your legs. Maybe your heels are up off of the ground. If you're feeling comfortable here, lower your heels down. If you're feeling comfortable here, lift your toes up. Wrap the eyes of your elbows forward and your shoulders can reach away from your ears. Find that ease that you found in eagle pose. Full breath in, lift your sit bones. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step just your right foot forward to a low lunge. Plant your left hand down, reach your right arm open to the ceiling. Low lunge twist. Right through your right fingertips, open up across your chest. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. One more breath in here. Exhale, right hand down. Standing splits on your right leg. Keep it low. Your left leg is not going to go very high. Keep your ribs on your leg. So if you find yourself way up here, bend your knee a lot so that way, one, you can touch the ground, and two, you can get your thigh connected to your ribs. If you can, lengthen your spine here. That's going to make it easier. Press into your arms. Now your left leg is going to help you straighten your right leg. Lift your left leg high. Press into your right leg. Lift your left leg even higher. Standing splits. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, plant your left foot down, walk your feet wide so that way they're hip bone distance apart. Bend your knees generously so that way you can place both ribs onto both thighs. Grab opposite elbow, interlace your hands at the nape of your neck, or interlace your hands at your low back, whatever your body is asking for today. Remember, we use our practice to honor our body, to tune in with ourselves. So if we go through our practice with this expectation, with this need to do something, that's not where we're at. We're trying to push ourselves somewhere else, and we need to honor where we're at, meet ourselves there. Bend your knees even more and wind your clasp. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, step your right foot back to a low lunge. Left hand down. Right hand down, Left arm open to the ceiling. Lean back through your chest. Open up across your heart. Full breath in, inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Heel toe, or plant your hands down onto the ground. Left foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, knees down or chaturanga dandasana. Forward facing dog or cobra pose. Wrap your shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward facing dog. However you need to get there. Full breath in. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Step your right leg up to the ceiling. Press down into your left leg. Find connection. Left ribs, left thigh. Again, if you're way up here, there's an easier way. Bend your left knee a lot. Place your ribs onto your thigh. Now use your right leg. Lift it up to the ceiling to start to straighten your left leg. Standing splits. Get as high as you can. Bend both knees. Right foot down to meet your left. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up overhead, gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold right back down to your mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, long spine, lengthen halfway, fingertips to your mat or your shins. Step back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out, press into your arms, move your hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in here. Exhale, walk your feet in just a half step. Bend your knees, lift your hips. Inhale, step forward, lengthen halfway. It's the same breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold right back down to your mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, long spine, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Modify your practice for your body. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. One breath in. Little step in on your breath out. Now bend your knees, lift your hips. Inhale, step or float. Lengthen halfway, same breath in. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold right back down to your mat. Last one like this. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, heart up, fill up. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Little step into your normal downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, take another half step in, but this time lower your heels as much as you can. Reach your left hand over to your right foot. Press your left foot down, gaze underneath your right arm, or start to gaze towards your right foot and balance challenge here. Bend your left knee, place your left knee into your armpit, almost like you're about to do crow, but obviously you're not. And then you can either stay here, or for an extra balance challenge, you're gonna extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Now press into your right hand, your right foot. Come back through to center, left hand down, left foot down. Good job. Now we're in a shorter downward facing dog. This is the first key. You're not going to be able to reach your foot if you're in too long of a downward facing dog. That's gonna get you too far down. The other thing is you're thinking of yourself like a triangle. Where is your center of gravity? If you're a little bit shorter in, it's gonna have to balance a shorter length here. If you're stepped way wide here, your center of gravity is gonna have to balance a much wider distance, and so it's not gonna feel as stable. Walk it in, right hand to your left foot. Now press into your left hand, press into your left foot, and almost give yourself just the littlest nudge of your right hand into your left ankle and see if that makes it easier to balance on this side. Now we're creating stability through resistance, through engagement. So that way we can give some sort of feedback. Come back. Good job. Shake out your legs, do a little dance if you need to. Inhale. Exhale, find if you're in the right distance, bend your knees, lift your hips. Inhale, float or step forward. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Even when you're not in the studio, you can't avoid chair pose. Now you can take your Ashangi style chair pose where you have your knees way up and you're looking for a nice long spine. Now they're trying to sit down. We're all trying to sit down. At BFree, we do a little bit more of a tilt into our spine, but we also still want to keep sit bones down to the ground. What is that going to do? Engage the deepest layer of our core. You're still in chair pose. Sit back. I can't see you, but I know. One more breath in. Exhale, crow pose. You know the drill. Press into your hands. Lean forward, knees into the backs of your armpits. Squeeze the arches of your feet together. It's going to make the biggest difference. Now, hamstring curl, heels up. Press into your arms, maybe straighten them. Shoot back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips back. Right foot forward, warrior one. Nothing fancy about it. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, go right back into your flow. You can skip the vinyasas. You step straight back to downward facing dog. Left foot forward once you get there. Back heel down, inhale, rise. Exhale, go right back into your flow. You've got it. Press into your arms, navel in. Hips go high and back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, adjust your stance as you need to. Bend your knees. Inhale, float forward, lengthen halfway, long spine in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Chair pose, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti, arms down by your side. Good, take your hands to your hips and go ahead and step your right foot to the back of your mat. Whichever direction you want to face, just take a nice little wide stance here. And we're going to do our flows a little bit differently. We're going to go from the right side to the left side. I don't want you to completely wear out your arms. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder work with our core work today. So just be sure that you're kind of guiding yourself, especially if you've been feeling a little bit like sick or anything. Tell yourself you've got this, but don't go to your max effort. Save a little bit of that energy for healing your body. Reach your arms out. Turn your right toes to the back of your mat or whichever way you want to start out with, but we usually start out with the right side. Swivel your left foot back as much as you need to. Warrior two, sit down. Now go ahead and sit down all the way to the depth of your pose. Wrap your sit bones together, back and down. Draw your navel in, the fronts of your hip bones up. Reach your arms out, and just as much as you reach out, plug your shoulder blades together. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Extended side angle. Right forearm to your right thigh. Modification, you can reach your left arm up. Well, this is the pose, so modification, you can lower your right hand down. Open up through your left side. Now, keep wrapping your sit bones together, back and down, and then back toward your left heel. Reach your left arm up and overhead if you're feeling comfortable there. Any other variations that you know you love, you can take, more than welcome. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Swivel alt-in toes to the right side of your mat on now. And reach your hips up to the ceiling, supported side plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your left hip down to hover, lounging lizard. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lounging lizard. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, square off to the back of your mat. Step your left foot into a comfortable distance. Wrap your right sit bone back. And now if you are reaching down to the ground and you're like, there's no way I'm ever gonna touch it, what do? You bend your right knee. Huzzah. Now you have connection, rib to thigh. Lengthen through your spine. Only straighten your right leg as much as you can. And then maybe what you also might wanna do is lift up your back heel. See if that changes anything for you. If you're like, nah, I like back heel down, do it. Lengthen through your spine. Now reach your left hand down, maybe a tent. Reach your right arm open to the ceiling. Revolve triangle. Feeling comfortable there? You can place your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Remember, wrap your right sit bone down. Revolve triangle, hips are square to the back of your mat. Press into your feet. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Come back to extended side angle. Bend into your right knee. You stay low. The swivel is in your hips, your spine. Open up through your chest. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Turn it over to the other side. Left foot. Right toes come just a little bit in. Your stance should be fine. Right side, left side, mostly the same. Reach your arms out. Wrap your shoulder blades together. Activate through your arms. Sit into your left knee. Sit into your deepest warrior two. You know I don't like to stay for too long. Full breath in. If you have more depth, sit into it. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh. I love this one because you do get that nice little stretch through your side and a little bit across your low back. Press into the pinky edge of your back foot. When we're creating resistance, length, some feedback for our body, we're gonna be able to get more out of it. Stretch by contracting. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Square off. Supported side plank, all 10 toes to the mirror side of, deja vu, to the mirror side of the room. As if we were in the BFree studio, turn all 10 toes to the mirror side of the room. This is the left side. Lift your hips up. Inhale. Exhale, lower your right hip down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower your right hip down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, square off through center. Now hop your back foot into a comfortable distance. Bend your left knee as much as you need to. Find the same pose that you found on the first side. Square your hips. Wrap your left sit bone back towards your right inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Breath out. Find a nice long spine. Bend your left knee if you need to. Right hand down, left arm open to the ceiling, open across your chest. Feeling comfortable, feeling good here. You're gonna cross your right hand past your left foot, reach your left arm high to the sky, wrap your left sit bone back towards your right inner thigh. Now from here, lengthen through your right side, lengthen through your left side, pull your left hip bone back, open your chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind back to extended side angle. Bend into your left knee. Open up through your right side. Full breath in. Stay for your breath out. Inhale, come up, straighten your left leg. Step to the top of your mat, right foot to meet your left. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart up, fill up. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, lift your right leg high to the sky, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of your left. Draw your navel in, lift your right knee tip up to the ceiling, and then press your right foot all the way over to the left. Stay here, shoulders are square, or left forearm down, and you can start to open up more through your right side. Straighten your left arm. Lower your right leg. Lift your left leg high to the sky. Bend your left knee, stack it open. Get a nice good stretch into your hips. Square your shoulders, remember that. Your shoulders square to the front, but your hips open up to the side. Now stay here, or right forearm down. Straighten right arm, lower left leg. Lower your knees down to your mat, child's pose, or any inversion of your choice. Headstand, forearm stand, pinch mayurasana, dolphin, handstand if you really want to go for it. You can also just sit and enjoy a moment. Usually in these moments, this is when I kind of like play around with something that I'm working on. So maybe try that. A few more moments if you need it. Maybe catch some water. Chill for a moment, pet your dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Truly connect with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, adjust your feet, adjust your hands, bend your knees. Inhale, float forward, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your right knee, lift it up. Stand onto your left foot, lift tall through your spine, reach your arms up overhead, and either stay here or extend your right heel 3/4 of the way out. Now kick forward through your right heel. You're almost all the way extended, so find what you have to press in to fully extend and lock your leg. Press down into your left leg. Find the resistance in both ways. Lift up tall through your spine. And then standing splits, you can swan dive it down, bend into your left knee as much as you need to. Plant your hands, little handstand hops here. Keep your left ribs onto your left thigh. I swear this will make a huge difference. And if you keep it there, I went way too high up. But I had that connection, and so my hips just took me. I didn't have to push as much. This time I'm gonna push less. Found it. Push just that same amount. Left thigh to left ribs. So if this starts to go over, this thigh pulls me down. We're gonna take this into a waterfall chaturanga. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips back. Step your feet together, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to your third eye, hug in. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, twist left armpit, cross your body. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit, little tap. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, step through, low lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm open to the ceiling. Lean back through your chest, open up, inhale. Exhale, supported side plank, all 10 toes over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your left hip down to hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, square off through center. Hop your left foot into a comfortable distance. Wrap your right sit bone back towards your left inner thigh. Lengthen through your heart. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine lengthen. Stay here or revolve triangle. Left hand down, inside or outside of your right foot. Right arm open to the ceiling. Open across your chest. Notice if your right shoulder is coming down, as high up as your right hand goes, that's not gonna open you. Press down, open up, contract your back body. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Now, bend into your right knee. Create the connection of right ribs to right thigh. Warrior 3. Step forward. You can take airplane. You can do arms forward. You can keep your right knee bent. Interlace your fingers. Press your fingers onto your thigh. And for me, I hyperextend. I'll show you. I go way back. So I have a hard time connecting to my quadriceps and allowing my quadriceps to help stabilize that locking action versus locking out action, which is what I do not want. So interlaced hands gives me a little bit of that resistance, gives me a little bit of that feedback. Press into your right foot, bring your left knee to your chest, stand up, reach your arms up overhead, draw your navel in. Now extend your left heel 3/4 of the way out. You're almost there. Lengthen through your spine, contract your top of your right thigh, and now push your left foot out. And with that memory, with that experience, push down into your right foot. Inhale, exhale, warrior 3. Reach long, standing splits. Handstand hops. I need to go back just a smidge. Connection, right ribs, right thigh. Left leg will help lift, little hop. Not enough that time. I need just a smidge more. I was almost there, but my hips didn't make it. Little hop. Now my hips have made it. I need to keep right thigh toward right ribs. Handstand waterfall. Or waterfall chaturanga, handstand waterfall. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips back. Feet together, left leg high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your third eye. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, twist to your right armpit, cross. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, left knee, left armpit, little tap. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, step through, low lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm open. Stay here, exhale, supported side plank. Inhale, lift hips higher. Exhale, lounging lizard. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, square off through center. Step your right foot in. Inhale, lengthen halfway, stay here. Or exhale, revolve triangle. Right hand down, left arm open. Contract your back body. Open across your chest, press down into your feet. Lift your heart up. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Now bend your left knee. Create left thigh, left rib connection. Step forward, warrior 3, airplane, whatever variation you took on the first side that worked best for your body. And sometimes it's a little bit different. The communication that I have with my right leg versus my left leg is different on different days, but I have a much harder time connecting with my left leg sometimes. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot down. Keep your arms up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold down. One vinyasa to clear the slate. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, step or float. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Step your feet in. Lower your knees if you want to. Dolphin pose. Forearms down to your mat. Legs like downward facing dog. Most of you know dolphin already. If you know your dolphin, you know what's too wide and what's too short to kick up into pincha. So find just like a middle ground in there. I don't want you to be too long. I don't want you to be too close in. Now, bring your palms together. Maybe you bring your elbows in a little bit more and you can rotate. Press your palms together, stick your thumbs up, and then soften them just a smidge. Gaze forward. Inhale, touch your nose to your thumbs. Exhale, press back. Inhale, touch your nose to your thumbs. Exhale, press back. If you're not with me, join. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now, the more you lift up your thumb and spread your fingers, the less distance you have to go. Huzzah. The more you press your thumb down, obviously, the further distance you have to go. You might notice that your shoulders have like a give and take point where if you go too far, you're gonna start to collapse down. We've all been there, we've all done that. Don't worry, you're totally alone at your own house, so nobody's watching you. And if they are, hopefully it's your friend and you wash your hands. Press down into your forearms, lift your hips, walk your feet in. Not too close, not too far. Now for a little extra challenge, step your feet together, lift your right leg high. 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Switch it out. Don't think about it too much. 10, 9, 8, if you need to, from your knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Left foot down. Don't lower your knees yet. Pick them up if you got them. Down. Press into your forearms. Lift your hips. Walk your feet in. Hold it. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale. Breathe. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Child's pose. Wrap your forearms back by your feet. Palms face up. Relax your third eye. Relax your spine. Your shoulders, your face, your belly, your hips, your toes. Headstand or headstand prep. You can plant your hands. You want to get a 90-degree bend into your elbows, and then you want your elbows to be directly in line with your shoulders. So they're not too wide. Don't go too close to your head. 90 degrees, tripod. You want to be on the crown of your head. Press into your hands, wrap your elbows together, tuck your toes, lift your hips like downward facing dog. Walk it in, walk it in, walk it in. Headstand prep, you can stay here. Other variations of headstand, you're welcome to take headstand. A, B, C, D, E, all the stuff. And whatever lineage you headstand in, go for it. I like Shirsasana A. If you're comfortable, close your eyes. Don't move your legs. Connect to the earth. Connect to the ground. Connect to the sense of oneness that is beyond you. Beyond you in your room, you in your house, beyond you in this headstand. And like roots, we all connect together. And the soil is the stuff in the world that helps us grow, helps us learn, helps us change. And the roots, they grow as long as they're watered and given sun. maybe a little bit of nutrients, some love. Keep growing. Press out through your feet. Press down into your hands, your forearms. If you're comfortable, pike down halfway. If you're comfortable, flutter your toes above the earth, but don't set them down. If you're comfortable, come all the way back up. Lower down. Child's pose, excuse me. As you're ready, come up. Let's sit down for some hip openers. Most of you know that my absolute favorite one is double pigeon. It's not necessarily a comfortable one for everybody. So if there's a hip opener that works better for you, go ahead and take that instead. Notice which foot you're putting on top. I'm putting my left foot on top. If you want to mirror me, go for it. Just continue to mirror me. I'm going to talk about left foot on top of right side. Sit tall. Yeah, before you fold down, sit tall. Lift up through your spine. And now hinge forward from your hips. Ooh, it's deeper, right? So then from there, you try to keep your spine as long as you can. And then if you lower your forearms down to your leg or to the floor, you're trying to pull yourself forward in front of your shins. A lot of times what I'll see is people try to fold down like this. Now, from the side view, when I fold down like this, what I'm actually doing is just tucking my sit bones underneath me. I'm not getting any stretch into my hips here. So what's tightest in my body is now no longer stretching. And I'm stretching across this part of my back that is overstrained through weakness and overstretching. So if I can sit up, sit tall, move sit bones back to shift forward, heart forward, then we're going to be targeting into the hip muscles that we want to get. Now you can stay here, or whichever foot is on top, reach that arm up. Now set that arm down. Reach your opposite arm up and lower your left forearm down to the floor. Root your right sit bone and turn your chest open. Comfortable here, you're going to keep your left forearm down, lower your right hand down, and start to lower your right forearm down. But don't do so if that takes your entire pose with you. You want to be able to keep your right sit bone down onto the ground. Hey, pups. If you're twisted, stay twisted. Come to your left side, stay twisted, stay twisted. Turn to center. Switch to your other side. It's amazing how many bugs you find on you when you're practicing outside. I had my left foot on top, so now I'm going to have my right foot on top. I made that conscious awareness, connection. Sit tall. Hinge forward from your hips. Pull your chest forward. Walk your forearms down if you're comfortable. You can do your forearms in front of your legs if you're comfortable. Whatever is going to work best for you here. If you're like, I just don't even know how to get up out of this kind of weighted down movement, think about it. Close your eyes, press down into your shins, press your ankles and your knees down to the floor, and notice what that does into your hips. Now hold on to both of your knees and lean back. Now you know what it feels like to have a nice long straight spine. Now you see that point, or you feel that point into your hips where you're bending here. Can you start to press your shins down, press your knees down, and almost like you're rocking up into a seat, rock yourself forward into a seat. Now, if that still hasn't changed you, the thought of making that movement happen into your body is a process, is a step toward making that movement happen into your body. Take your hand of the top foot, reach it up. If you want to go further into the side bend, reach your hand down, reach your left opposite arm up, and then start to lower your right elbow down, open up through your left side. Root your left sit bone. Comfortable here. Keep your right forearm down. Lower your left hand. Start to lower your left elbow. Keep your left sit bone down. If you're twisted, stay twisted. Come back onto your hands. Walk your hands into your hips. Stay twisted, and then slowly unwind. Extend your legs forward in front of you. Plant into your feet. Lower down. Bridge or wheel 3 times. If you're about to go to bed, stick with bridge. If you're waking up, maybe go with like bridge and then wheel, wheel. If you're feeling pretty good, wheel all the way. That was bad. Okay, press into your feet. Wrap your shoulder blades together. Press up. Open across your chest. Press into your feet. Open across your arms. Squeeze your sit bones together. Press into your feet. Lift your hips higher. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees go wide. One more breath in. Breath out. Don't worry about it too much. Press back up, bridge your wheel, plant your feet, navel in, lift your hips, lift up. You can walk it in. You can press into your feet and start to go straight with your legs. Got to be a little bit further out. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Soles of your feet together, knees go wide. Now notice from the first to the second one, which one did you land and feel calm? We did inhale on the way down on the first one, and then exhale into the next pose. On this one, on the second one, we did inhale, exhale on the way down, inhale into the next pose. Notice those little breath pattern changes, and notice what they do for your body. Third round, last one. Go up, don't worry about it too much. One more breath in. Come down on the breath out, or if you liked it more, inhale on your way down. Exhale to your next pose. Extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Draw your navel in. Lift your sit bones up toward your heels. And now bend your knees 90 degrees. Draw your navel in. Already right here, it should start to feel like a core workout because you're reaching your sit bones up to your heels so much that the top of your sacrum is pressing down into the floor. Now reach your arms straight up. Inhale, extend your right leg, your right arm. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, extend your left leg, your left arm. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, right leg, right arm. Exhale, back to center. Navel in, top of your sacrum down the whole time. When you come back to center, you press it down even more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to center. Notice there's no light peeking through in my low back. We want to keep that down the entire time. If that's difficult for you, plant your feet onto the floor. Give yourself any sort of support that you need to in order to make that feel right, in order to make that engagement there. Top of your sacrum down to the floor. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you've got it. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Now lift your third eye up to your knees to your third eye. Curl into a nice tight little ball. Inhale, extend out, reach long, low back down. Exhale, curl in. You keep your legs higher if your low back comes up. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, curl into your tight little ball. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, curl into your tight little ball. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, curl into your tight little ball. You've got it. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got one more. Reach out, hug in, lower your head down. Good job. Give yourself a little sway side to side. Eagle on your legs. We started with eagle on our arms. Right leg over left. You know what to do. Move your hips as you need to. Open up your right arm. The cherry on top is gaze to your right arm. Some people don't like cherries, and that's okay too. Bring your knees back to center. Switch out your legs and wind your right leg. Cross over with your left leg. Your hips go up and over to the left. Gently, your knees go to the right. Gaze is to your left. Now we just did twist to the right, twist to the left. We want to end on something symmetrical before we lay down. So pick what that is for you. You know your body, you know what you need. I'm going to take happy baby. That feels great. Breathe. And when you're ready, rest. as you're ready, you can find a comfortable way up, back to a seat, and keep your meditation. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to, we'll together just once and allow the vibration to tap into whatever connection you are seeking through your practice today. Take a deep full breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. One Om together, inhale. May all beings everywhere be free and happy. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thanks for joining today.